Right. So today I want to spend a few minutes talking about a tool that's called the product selector. So you're measuring a space, you're estimating a space, and now you're trying to understand what product do I actually pick for the customer. Okay. So maybe you had a great step two and learned all sorts of wonderful things about what it is that the customer wants to do with her floor, and you're having a hard time matching up what they said with what you have in the van. So let's take a look at the product selector together. I will show you where to find it in Salesforce. I will show you how to use it, and I will also show you that it is available on the tablet. So this is not going to be PowerPoint. We are bouncing out of this, and let's go into Salesforce to start with. So when you're in Salesforce, you might be on the franchise owner's app page, you might be on the design associate app page, wherever you are. If you click this little navigation window and come down to important links, and then you can click on Price List Manager. Now, when it clicks on Price List Manager, it's going to open up a box for you to log into your Price List Manager. And in this particular case, I am using my one superpower to pretend to be someone else because the corporate view looks different than this. But when you pull this up, this is more or less what it's going to look like. Here you've got price lists, you've got all these price lists that are listed. That's great. What I'm interested in for the product selector is right here under product catalog. So I see carpet, I see the one for wood, I see the one for laminates, and I see the one for vinyl. So let's just take a look at the one for carpet to start with. And you'll notice that this has every carpet that you have in the van. You might have more in the van, but this is the official list of that's in the mobile showroom. So you might have some other stuff in the van. If you've got other vendors, especially if you've got other local vendors, they're not going to show up here. This is like the official mobile showroom product list. So how can I use this to help me figure out what the customer needs? Well, first of all, I can use this and I can look at what type is it. So is it a textured carpet? Level cut loop? Is it a loop carpet? What kind of colors are we talking about? Are we talking tonals? Are we talking about flex? Are we talking about solids? Under this column that says demo, this is really a list of the features, advantages, and benefits that are available on a particular product. So this one is an ANSO polyester, high performance polyester with R2X. Here's 100% polyester with R2X. So I know the R2X is a big stain protector, right? What about here we go, here, this one's a nylon with R2X and soft back. So if I needed a carpet that was going to have really, really good stain protection and be 100% guaranteed against wrinkles, then I might be picking an R2X with soft back. You'll see lifeguard. Okay, so here's my lifeguard carpet, the carpet that nothing can get through. So there's a lot of different ways of looking at this. I will also see the width. So if admiring 2, for example, shows up in a 12 foot and a 15-foot wide roll. This is the competition crushers. This is sort of a filter that you can look at and say these tend to be very commonly sold, especially against our competition. So that is something to look at. There's your SKU number, your style number. This is the brand. So we've got the Meridian brand, the Boardwalk brand, the Hemispheres brand. That does not mean they're the manufacturer. That means basically what color board are they on. Here's our name. So the Floor Coverings International name for this particular Meridian carpet is Addington. But the carpet is actually made by Shaw, and Shaw's name is Influencer. So if I wanted to go into the Shaw website and pull up like a room scene or something, I would need their name. So this is where I can find out what their name is. Again, I've got what type it is, what color it is, what the demos are, the width. If there is a pattern match, it'll show it here. So here's a pattern. It's an 18-inch by 32-inch pattern. What is the material? What's the fiber that it's made out of? And I can see the durability. That's a 4-diamond durability or 4-star durability, 3-star, 3-star, 4-star, and stain resistance, 4, 5, 5, 5. And then I can get a price group. So this is a PG2, price group 2. This happens to be a PG3. There's a PG1. You might decide to have this with you. You might decide to print these out. The easiest way to do that, you do have a print button up here, or you can download this into Excel. If you download it into Excel, then you can sort it and move it around and do whatever you want to with it. Again, you'll have the same functionality with wood. Obviously, you'll have some different manufacturers. So you still have Shaw, but there's AHF. Here's Mannington. Use different types. Is it a solid hardwood? Is it engineered hardwood? What does my texture look like? What is my demo, or what are my features, advantages, and benefits? Right? You can see what the species is. So there's a lot of information that's here. Now, it just so happens that I'm looking at this in Salesforce. But if I'm out at the customer's house and I need this, and maybe I forgot to print it out, or maybe I did print it out and I left it at the office, is there a way that I can pull this up on the tablet? Yes, there is. Let me show you that. So I'm going to take a moment and swap over to my tablet. All right, so now we're taking a look at my tablet screen, and you'll see that I've drawn a simple drawing, a couple of rooms and a bed and a hallway. And I've put together the first two options, hardwood option and LVP option, but I don't really know which hardwood. I just built it with sort of a PG3 attitude. I want to find out what hardwoods are available. So I can click on the product selector button. You'll see it all the way at the bottom left-hand side of your screen. When I click on the product selector button, right, it took just a moment to load, and here we are. Here's my product selector. So I'm looking at my product selector and I see carpet. It's the same list. There's Addington, Influencer, Shaw. There we go. So all the same things. Now, I want to show you something that's really, really cool. You can do this in Salesforce too, but I just think this is really neat when you're in the customer's home and you want to see something. So let's say that the customer is really interested in this R2X, right? You've had a chance to talk to them and they understand the feature and the stain protection, and they're really interested in that. You might even be having a hard time explaining what it does or whatever. So this is fantastic. I'm going to click on Admiring One, the 15-foot wide roll. And you'll notice inside here, I've got more information, lots of good information here, and I can see the different colors it's involved to it. And then at the top, there's a link. And assuming I have connectivity, so I've got to be connected to Wi-Fi, or maybe I've hotspotted my phone or something. If I click on that link, it is going to take me to a video that explains R2X to me.
Let's find out all of the dirt on R2X stain and soil treatment. R2X, or resistant ×2, has led the industry with proven protection for over 2 decades.
All right, I'm not going to play all this through, but you'll see that if you move across this, they're going to put some stuff on the carpet. They're going to let it do its thing, and then they're going to come back and clean it up. You'll see here they've got a bunch of stains on the carpet, and the guy's going to go through and clean it and show that it can be cleaned. And this is an incredible tool to use right in front of the customer. It is, I mean, it's brilliant, because you can simply, it's a minute and a half long, a minute and 44 seconds long, and you have a commercial for R2X right there in front of you. It's absolutely fantastic. Let's go back into the product selector, and just for fun, let's look for one of our lifeguard ones. There's a lifeguard one. So now, because it has both R2X and lifeguard, both of those links show up. Well, if I click on the lifeguard link, same thing is going to happen. It's going to open up a file for me, and it's going to walk through lifeguard.
Want to spill the tea about our award-winning carpet innovation, Lifeguard Spill-Proof technology? I'm here to do just that. We know that clean carpet is beautiful carpet. That's why Lifeguard is built for performance.
And they're going to spill some stuff on this and show you that it doesn't go through the back, et cetera, et cetera. So you have at your fingertips the product selector on the tablet that allows you to see your carpets, your woods, your laminates, your vinyls. And again, this is not every possible product. This is not everything you have pricing for, but these are the products that are in the mobile showroom collection, the official mobile showroom collection. So you might have some other products that are in the van, that's fine, but they may not show up on this product selector. So how could you get a complete list? You could download this list from Salesforce and then incorporate your list with it, and then you can sort them all together and just have them in the van that way. Let me bounce back to my screen for a moment. Right, so back in Salesforce, same thing. If I click on one of these links, Brazen Hickory, you'll notice that there's the link. It does the exact same thing. This is going to take me to a file that I can see on my computer instead of on the tablet. It's exactly the same thing. It takes you to exactly the same place. So I encourage you to play with your product selector, whether you do it inside Salesforce here or you do it on the tablet. Either way, it is a great tool for you. It is a wonderful tool for you to be able to help your customer pick out their perfect product. And I thank you for taking the time to go through this module.